What about in terms of staff development then? And we'd said in the last year and certainly into this year, a big play for us will be, developing the staff that we've got, not going too crazy on growth, having modest growth, moderate growth, but really developing the skills of the people that we've got so that their careers are sustainable. Is there any thoughts around how we've handled that, or any good examples?
Well, I think there's always going to be debate around office versus hybrid, and we've made a conscious effort to really build our office into a growth hub almost, where people can collaborate, can learn off each other, can learn by osmosis. So certainly for people starting out in recruitment, I'd always be an advocate of working in a successful office. I think that's number one. We've always been really committed to. I think then within that office environment, we've really fostered a culture where people aren't afraid to ask questions, people aren't afraid to give feedback, people aren't afraid to work with their colleagues next to them to learn, to get better, to understand. We've given people the space and the time to properly develop their relationships. I think we've all been in a situation historically where there's a desperation from people to get into management, or someone to take away some of the tasks that aren't associated with recruitment, whereas I think we're really focused on giving people the support, whether that's an operations function, marketing, the leadership support in the office, to give them as much time in front of their customers.
I know certainly the 2 days before that we spent when we took our precision leader team away, and we had the 2 days vision session with them, looking at the strategy, that was invaluable to them. It was time away from the office. They could really think and open their minds up, and it was really good getting to know them in a different setting. That was great.
Yeah, I think, like you say, that personal connection, as well as really working with people on a professional level. Certainly I've always felt that the best managers and leaders I've worked with have been personally invested in me, and I think we spend a lot of time making sure people feel the same, and that's worked well in terms of people growing with the business.
Yeah, definitely. I do think that whether people work with you for a few years, a lot of years, I've got many friends to this day that I've worked with, I've helped, trained in the past, mentored or whatever, developed, and there's still consider them friends to this day, including you, Sean.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think it's a pretty rewarding thing in recruitment to actually develop people, and I certainly see that we have a point where somebody's mastered their own personal success, they've mastered their client and candidate ways of working. We then get a group of people who step back and they look around, they think, well, can I help somebody else with this now? Can I develop my skills by learning how to develop others? And I think that's a really rewarding part of the job as well.
Certainly from my perspective, one of the most fulfilling parts of the job, seeing people go on that journey that you've been on, achieve some of the things that you've achieved, but still really enjoy it, working together, achieving those things together is probably, I suppose, why I'm still in recruitment, really.
Yeah.